It's a bit weird. It's just my face. But hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded, but it's been a very difficult uphill battle for me to basically get the strength again to fast again. The big issue for me with fasting has been the pain, the absolutely brutal pain I experience when I fast. It's frustrating because I know that I've fasted in the past and not had any pain. But since that very first long-term fast, I've just had pain ever since the first ever time I tried. So this time round, sorry for the lack of light. It's nighttime here, and it's the end of. I'm about to go to bed, so it's like the end of day one, essentially, of fasting. So, how am I fasting this time, and what's going to be different? I really want to see if I can give up coffee this time again. I know I promised last time that I'd give it a go. It's been very, very difficult for me, painfully so, to give it up. And I think it's just an addiction. I also, look, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know if this is the truth, if this is exactly what I've got. But maybe I've got candida overgrowth. And my understanding is that with candida overgrowth, it will make you want to keep drinking things that or eating things that will keep the candida coming. So you just sort of get addicted to the thing making you feel bad. And candida overgrowth can cause really bad acid. So I'm going to give it a go. I won't promise anything because I don't want to be a liar. And that's something that I felt in the past that maybe I have done on this channel, has maybe not been as honest as I'd like to be, and I really want to just be as straight. Not that I've outright told fibs or anything, but just that there are aspects of my fast that I haven't been really honed in on what could be causing things, and I've given in the past. I just want to drink coffee again because it made me feel better, and when I tried to give it up I felt terrible. So going back to what I was outlining before about how is this fast different than last time. So there's been a few things since my last fast. I've been doing a lot of research about my stomach, about how I feel on carnivore, and my issues on carnivore. So I haven't left carnivore. I never break this lifestyle. I love this lifestyle. It's really helped me from a anxiety and depression perspective. Again, I got rid of type 2 diabetes by being on this diet, and I really don't want that to come back. And I feel fantastic when I'm eating on this diet. But when I go to fast, I'm in excruciating pain. And it's why I used to be honest, back when I used to be a plant guy, because I was vegetarian for a bit, is I was addicted to eating, and I never knew what fasting was, essentially, because I was always full. I made sure to make myself painfully full because it dulled the pain. I was heavily depressed at the time, which thankfully I'm not anymore, which is great. But a big issue with this, with how I've been feeling, was the pain. How do I get over the pain? So since I gave up fasting, I've been doing a lot of research, like I said, into avenues that I can find to relieve the pain. So I want to give up coffee because if it's candida overgrowth, that's great. I can kill the candida, feel better. But I started taking iodine, and a high dose of iodine. I read this book called The Iodine Truth, The Secret of the... I'll link it if I remember to. But basically, The Iodine Lie, I think it's called. But anyway, we don't have enough iodine in our diet. And I watched Dave Mack on No Carb Life, and he had a guest that talked about upping their iodine, and it helped with how they feel. And also the fact that they weren't losing they weren't losing fat like every other carnivore says they were. And that was a big issue I was having. I lost fat in my face, which is great, so I've got this. But neck is still there. I've still got fat in my legs, but not my calves. My calves are amazing. I don't want to brag, but they are amazing. My arms look amazing. So my thigh, my inner thigh, and my gut. I was not losing weight in my gut. I lost heaps of weight when I first started carnivore, and then just stopped. So I started giving it a go, and I feel amazing. My stomach is shrinking, but it's very slow. It's very, very slow. It's not like other carnivores where they lose, like their gut just disappears overnight almost. I'm really fighting an uphill battle to move the bulge, battle the bulge. And another person was interviewed by Dave Mack, and I've subscribed to her channel. Unfortunately, I can't remember her name now, and I'll try to have that information for the next episode. But she was like, hey, I take this stuff called toolkit, because, and she was talking about the symptoms that she had with the gut, and they lined up with mine, the painfulness, the inability to fast for long periods of time because it was excruciatingly painful. So I've started taking this toolkit, and what's good about toolkit is it basically gets the gallbladder to start working. It cleans the gallbladder out and allows it to work more effectively. It's a better alternative to ox bile, because ox bile you're putting another animal's bile in your gut, whereas toolkit is essentially teaching your gallbladder to make it again, for lack of a better term. And this is my understanding of it. And so now I feel great. I'm not saying the diarrhea is totally gone, which is something that I have had on carnivore the whole time, is diarrhea. Except for the first couple of months, I was heavily backed up, but I've been diuretic since. So for like 2 years, I've basically had diarrhea. But since taking toolkit, which I've been taking for about a week and a half now, that's not the case anymore. I'm having solids for like TMI, sorry, but I am having solids, which is awesome. And I'm taking NMN, which is another thing she suggested. NMN, November, Mike November. And this is a DNA repair supplement, and I feel incredible taking this, like so good. And that's helped me a lot at the gym. It's helped me a lot in being more ambitious. I'm more goal orientated since taking this. It's amazing. NMM, it's very, very, very expensive. The same with toolkit. They're both very expensive. I would not recommend it if you have like independents you need to look after, which if you know my story, you know I do have an independent. But I have some funds packed away for me to be able to use for things like this, for essentially quote unquote medical emergencies, which I feel my weight loss is, because it needs to go if I want to live a long, healthy life. If I want to have, better feeling bones, joints, and just be around for my kid. So yeah, that's why I'm now, a week and a half into toolkit. I'm about a month into NMN. Or maybe a little bit less than that. About three and a half weeks into NMN, and I've been doing iodine for 2 months now. I think I'm at a point now where I am stable enough to fast. I'm at the end of day 1. I feel pretty good. That's not to say tomorrow I won't feel like crap. I hope I don't, but I might. But yeah, so there we are. Day 1. Hey, let's see how this goes. And hopefully I'm not in this like dark abyss next time. Bye, guys.